Well, I'm here with 3-time CCMA Independent Female Artist of the Year. She was also nominated for Top New Female Vocalist at the Academy of Country Music Awards. She's celebrating 30 years in country music, and she's also got songwriting success, writing hits from Terry Clark, Reba McEntire, and Pam Tillis. Welcome, Lisa Brokop, to Alexa's Country Party.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Of course. I want to first thank our sponsors here, Shiny Apple Cider, and I'm going to have part of it right now. So we kicking it up here.
I'll cheers with you.
Cheers with me.
All looks great. Like cider.
I was just talking to another artist about this. There's not too many industries where it's acceptable to drink on the job.
Yeah. Cheers to that. Cheers. That looks good. I wish I had some of that.
It's actually based out of Niagara.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great. Nice and local. They've been really great to me. If I had you in person, then I'd be offering you a variety of their items.
Absolutely. That would be nice. I'm in Penticton, British Columbia right now, which is it's a lot of wineries and ciders and different things like that. So
you're in BC because you recently kicked off your tour all throughout that's going throughout Western Canada. How's that been going so far?
It's been great.
I'm sure you're performing your latest single, Who's Gonna Fill Their Heels, which features Georgette Jones, which is really cool. It's a great throwback. So before we get into talking about that, are you prepared to perform a little bit of it for my listeners?
I would love to. I'll just give you a tiny background on it and then we can talk about more later. But so it is a remake of the George Jones classic, Who's Gonna Fill Their Shoes. I rewrote it to add in some of the names of the legendary ladies and to honor them, because George's version only talks about the guys. Here it is. This old world is full of singers, just a few chosen to tear your heart out when they sing. Imagine life without them, those legendary ladies who weren't afraid to chase the down-home dreams. No, there'll never be another coal miner's daughter or Mother Maybelle singing with her family. The honky-tonk angel, her courage is what made her. Lord, I wonder who's gonna fill their heels. Who's gonna fill their heels? Who's gonna be that strong? Who's gonna be the hero for the ladies yet to come? Who's gonna stand behind the ones that paved the way for me? Lord, I wonder who's gonna fill their heels. God bless you, sweet Virginia. The world knows you as Patsy, and much too soon she told this world goodbye. The rhinestones, lace and denim, the Mandrel girls and Dolly, and I'll always love you. It still makes me cry. You know the heart of country music still lives on in your Tammy, in the ache inside your voice when you sang Stand By Your Man. Emily, June, and Dottie, I can hear them right here with me on the stage where I sing out for them tonight. Oh, who's gonna fill their heels? Who's gonna be that strong? Who's gonna be the hero for the ladies yet to come? Who's gonna stand behind the ones that paved the way for me? Lord, I wonder Who's gonna fill their heels, Lord? I wonder who's gonna fill their heels.
Great job.
Thank you.
Your voice is so strong. You have so
Oh.
much control over it. I feel like you could totally just really belt it out there if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm pretty loud when I want to be.
I'm sure. You got a voice I feel like can go like either direction. So it must be really fun to play around and stretch it and try to see which way you can go, higher or lower.
It is. It's fun to belt out the power ballads, and then it's fun to get a little softer and change it up for sure.
Absolutely. So this song, you and Georgette, how far back do you guys go?
Well, actually, we really don't know each other than just kind of messaging back and forth. I had this song a few years now, and I've been working with Chuck Rhodes. He's head of the record label. And he said, hey, I know Georgette Jones, and maybe we could get her to sing on it. And I was like, yeah, of course. She's amazing. She's, as a lot of people know, she's the only daughter of Tammy Wynette and George Jones. We thought, yeah, she'll be perfect for this song. So he got her to sing on it. And we've actually never met, which is we've messaged back and forth, and I feel like I know her, but we haven't actually sat down and met each other. The part about Tammy Wynette in the song, she sings that, and it's just, oh, it'll just rips your heart out.
Of course, totally. It's true. There is nobody going to fill their shoes. And country music, the genre has changed so much. And some of it's for the best and some of it's not. And you can't compare. But I'd like to know from your take of being in this industry now 30 years, what artist do you think is really going to be as close to filling their heels as
oh boy,
going down?
That's a tough question. Of course, I love the artists that are doing the more traditional, like Miranda Lambert sort of is following that. I mean, I wouldn't say she's traditional country, but part of her is, I feel like in the way she dresses, the way she presents herself. I love the Chris Stapleton music that he's doing. To me, that compiles a lot of our roots, the foundation of country music and stuff like that. I love giving a nod to the foundation of country music. It's the music that got us started. For me, it's the music that I sang when I was a little girl. I didn't have my own songs, so I would sing that. I loved it. I related to it, and I didn't even know why. I was young. It just connected with me.
Yeah. With this song, how did it come to be? Like, I know it is your own version of George's song, but that's really creative.
Thank you. Well,
you just like, sitting there, I got to write a good song, or did it just kind of come to you? Did something spark your interest? Like how did this start?
It was just kind of a strange moment. I was getting ready to go on the road. I have a show called Legendary Ladies of Country that honors Tanya Tucker, Emmylou Harris, Tammy Wynette, Patsy Cline, all of that. And I was getting ready to go on the road. So my mind was kind of in that frame. And I was listening to the song, Who's Gonna Fill Their Shoes? It was actually, oh shoot, I'm not thinking of his name, but there's another artist who recorded the song. And I was listening, thinking, wow, what a great song. I'd forgotten how good it was. And it struck me, because I was in the mindset of the ladies, struck me that none of the ladies were mentioned in the song. It was just the guys, Merle Haggard, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, all those guys who are awesome and amazing and great as well. But it's like, there seems to be an element missing here. Got on the plane, got out a piece of paper, and I wrote it. And I was on my way to Calgary, and I sang it for the people in Calgary, and they seemed to really like it. I thought, maybe I have something here.
Yeah, it's great. Now, as of September 15th, I believe, an album with the same name. For those that haven't come across that yet, that album includes some throwbacks from those great artists, but also some of your newer songs too. The vibe from that album, is it kind of more like throwback original Lisa, or is it like newer Lisa 30 years later, or a combination?
It's a combination for sure. Mostly it's a nod to the music of yesterday. I have Delta Dawn on there, Tanya Tucker. I've got Harper Valley PTA, Jeannie C. Riley, and Jeannie C. actually was kind enough to come and do just a little bit on that song as well, which is really fun. Just to have her stamp on it. It's like, oh man, that is just so cool. And then I've got a Patsy Cline song on there. And then I've got some originals. Some of them are in the traditional genre as well. But then there's one called Love the Hell Out of You, which is probably a little more modern, which I would say would be new Lisa Brokop for sure.
Yes. And I saw that was written with Patricia Conroy.
Yes.
And I was just with her at the CCMAs, and I told her that I was going to be speaking with you. And she says you guys are great friends and go back a long time.
Yes, we've known each other. I think I met her when I was like 12 or 13. Way back when she lived in Vancouver as well. We toured together, and I think we're actually going to be touring together again next year. So we're looking forward to that.
Totally. Every time I go to do an interview and I'm looking at songs on people's, new album releases, there's always the Patricia one in there.
I know.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
she
texting
writes
her
for
being like, you're here again.
yeah, she writes for everybody. She's the best.
Another awesome song on the album, Come Back, Bobbie Gentry.
Thank you. I love that song.
Yeah.
I wrote it with my husband, Paul Jefferson. Again, I was in the mindset of the legendary ladies, honoring my favorites. And we got to talking about Bobbie Gentry, about the mystique around her being so famous and number one on several charts, not just country charts, and then just completely disappearing. I don't know that there's any other artist who's done that without any explanation. Just, I'm at the top of my game, bye. And there's a lot of speculation around what happened to her. Maybe it was mental illness. Maybe it was she just decided, I don't like this anymore. I don't like people telling me what to do. And I would give anything to be able to sit down with her and ask her as a woman, what made you just leave this all behind and go do something else? So we wrote a song about that. Come back and give us another chance. What happened to your heart? Why did you leave us?
Yeah, it's really creative of you. And you're right. There isn't anybody that's done that. That's of her degree of fame.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, that's kind of admirable in a way. What a strong thing to do, to be that successful when everybody's probably demanding all these things from you and telling you what you should do, and you just kind of go, nope, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
In a sense, it's admirable, and then in a way, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why would
Oh my
you do
God.
that?
I hope Taylor Swift doesn't do that.
No, I mean, can you imagine? That'd be crazy. She wouldn't do that.
No way. So many artists are asked with albums, what's their favorite line? And the artists always like try to think about it. It's like, oh, it's like, picking my child type of thing. I can't pick, between songs or lyrics or whatever. But you have a favorite lyric. I can lead you to hold water, but I can't make you drink. Why is that your favorite? And what does that mean to you?
Well, I can lead you to the holy water, which in my life experience has been so true. You cannot force anybody to do anything. And we're not supposed to try. It's none of our business. All we can do is do what's right for ourselves, keep our own side of the street clean, hope that the other person makes the best decision for themselves. And also in a way to lead someone to God. I'm a big Christian, and I have a lot of faith in my Savior Jesus, and I wish everybody had that, but that's not the case. You can show it to someone, and then it's up to them ultimately if they want to choose that for themselves or not. You can't force anybody. And I don't think God wants you to force anybody either. He wants us to come to him on our own with love and with a need for him. Yeah.
Totally. And that is such a great note to end on. Really great uplifting spirit there. Good message. Thank you so much for joining me. Congratulations on your tour, and who's going to fill their heels. Hopefully next tour we'll have some dates around Southern Ontario.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you so much for having me on the show, Alexa.